What's up, Juventini? Moani and Alberto Costa have arrived. We'll go through the details on those transfers with the medicals both finalized now. But Juve's not done, still looking for a center back. The latest on Araujo, apparently it's not dead in the water. We got ourselves a deadline. We'll look at that as well as other names being mentioned. Disasi and potentially a De Ligt return. We'll tackle that. And a meeting that took place after the Atalanta match involving Giuntoli, Bargassi and Gasparini on 3 players. What's it going to take for Juve to bring these guys in? We'll look at all of this together right now. Alberto, it's the AJCer channel dedicated to Juventus. It's January 16th. Let's rock with the news. So we're going to kick things off with Moani arriving, and then there was a scare as all his photos were removed off all of Juve's social media, and everybody thought, oh my God, do we have the same situation that went down with Patrick Schick? It ended up just being an imaging rights thing because he was wearing Prada, and that's all it really had to do with. Everything is still good. The medical is completed right now as we speak. The paperwork will be finalized and officially announced. He is set to wear the number 20. Alberto Costa, he is set to wear the number 2, and it's going to say Alberto on the back. That's a kit I'm picking up no matter what. It's an absolute must. I don't care what happens with this guy. He can end up in Genoa in a year and a half. I'm getting this kit. All right. So the deal for him is 12.5 million payable over 4 years, ancillary costs of 1.3 million with 2.5 million in performance bonuses that could be there. Alberto Costa has trained with the group today, and he's set to be in that squad list for the match against Milan. For Moani, dry loan, and all we have to do is pay the remainder of his salary in full, which will be around 4 million euros. Now, it doesn't end there for Juventus. Moani shares an agent. An agent is shared with center back Ronald Araujo, that we are hearing that it is dead in the water. He is renewing with Barcelona, except until today. And everybody says, hang on a second, because the renewal is not finalized, it is not signed, and the agent of Moani and Araujo is now heading there to convince Barcelona to open up for the move to Juventus, and he is going to push for this move to go through. Araujo had given his yes to join Juventus and then seemingly had a change of heart, but now we are hearing there is a deadline of tomorrow for Juve to find out if Araujo will be joining Juventus. Let's see. In the background, you have some other names that are being listed. Axel Disasi, but when it comes to him, you've got a lot saying that there have been contacts made and that Chelsea has offered him up to Juventus and Juve has made inquiries. However, Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that there are no contacts that have been held between Juventus and Chelsea for Disasi. So, who's telling the truth? We wait and see. De Ligt return was thrown out there as an option by Monblano, stating that De Ligt would come running at the opportunity. Today, multiple sources saying that is not an option for Juventus, but Juventus must bring in a center back. Danilo will be released, and he's set to be released this weekend, all right? We will say our goodbyes to Danilo. When it comes to Leipzig, they have shown interest in Timothy Weah. That's right, reaching out for the winger. However, Juve and Timothy Weah have zero interest in making any moves this January, all right? And then when it comes to Vlahovic, he is back training with the group and should be available for the match against Milan. And last, certainly not least, after our latest match against Atalanta, there was a meeting that took place, and it was Giuntoli with Gasparini, with Bargassi, their director, speaking on 3 players: Ederson, Retegui, and Scalvini. After that Cope Miners debacle, I'm not so sure that's the best play, but it's already being rumored that Atalanta for Retegui would be looking at 70 million euros. Wow. Good on them. That's the way they roll. They picked him up for 17 million euros. He was offered to us for 30 million euros this past summer. Would have loved to see him come in as a backup striker for us. That was a hefty price tag. It was tough to make that move, but would have been way better. Look at the price tag now. 70. Woo! Let's see what happens. You got to pick one out of those 3 players. It's got to be Retegui. We need a solution. up top. What do you think? Hit me in the comments. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army, but let's mix it up in the comments and let me know what you think about all the news you just heard. Of course, I'm back tomorrow with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus, ciao tutti.